If you've been wanting to buy a home, but the reason why you haven't yet is because you're waiting for home prices to come down, you better think twice because I just don't think that that's going to happen. Obviously, the news is letting you know that home prices peaked in the summer of 2022, and at least here in the DFW market, the median home price has come down about 10%, and that's caused a lot of buyers to sit on the sidelines waiting for this bubble to burst and for interest rates to come back down so that they can swoop in and scoop up some real estate at really good prices. And maybe you're even following some of the Chicken Littles out there that are telling you, get ready, the bubble is bursting, the real estate market is going to come crashing down. Hold steady, lads, because there's going to be some really supreme buying opportunities on the horizon. And of course, I guess we can all make predictions about what we think is going to happen, but I got news for you. We're still in a seller's market. We still have little supply. And yes, even though the market is shaky and people really don't know what's going to happen in the near to short-term future, I just really don't think that a real estate crash is imminent. So there was a recent survey by Zonda that showed that 53% of millennials who are still renting are saying that they're going to keep renting and not buy because they are waiting for this big crash to come so that they can come in and afford a home at a much, much lower price. But all the data right now is showing us that it seems like prices have pretty much bottomed out. And as Selma Hepp, who's the chief economist at CoreLogic, reports, quote, U.S. home prices rose by 0.8% in February, indicating that prices in most markets have already bottomed out. And the latest data from Black Knight shows the same shift. This graph compares home price trends in November to those in February. As you can see, home prices are up in the majority of the country, and this was a major turnaround from November to February. So should you keep waiting to buy, just waiting for that inevitable crash? I don't think so. I mean, not if you want to buy something right now. Now, what if you bought now and just sat some extra money on the sidelines as an investment? That way, if the economy really does crash, which is what's probably going to have to happen for prices to come way down, at least you could come in and swoop in and pick something up at a later date. I mean, if what you're really trying to do is time the market for a solely financial move, then maybe you could do both and. But my experience has been for the regular homeowner out there who really just wants to buy a home, not for purely financial reasons, waiting and trying to time the market really just never works out. There's so many more reasons why people buy real estate other than just where prices are and affordability reasons. So in my mind, what would really have to happen for a big real estate crash to ensue? Well, number one, I think that interest rates would have to go way back up to where it makes it almost unaffordable to purchase a median priced home on a median priced income. And even though affordability is low right now, it's still above the line where we want to see. Yes, homes were way more affordable when prices were crashing in 2008, 9, and 10, and homes were much, much more affordable when you could get a 3% interest rate versus a 6% interest rate now. But if you compare affordability with the median price of a home across the US versus the median income of people, then it's still relatively affordable. On top of that, I think that we would have to have a global financial catastrophe happen for prices to come way down. Remember, this is really a supply and demand issue, and right now, especially over the last 10 years, and it's continuing on today, we have more demand, even with a shaky economy, and even with higher interest rates, then we have supply. And remember, a seller's market is deemed anything that's below 4 months worth of inventory. And right now, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, we have somewhere between 2 to 3 months worth of inventory. So as long as we remain under 4 months worth of inventory, you're going to continue to see that we are in a seller's market and prices just will not come down. Besides all that, the data is just showing that prices aren't coming down currently, and most experts think that prices are probably going to keep inching up just a little bit, probably just keeping in line with taxes, insurance, and modest inflation levels. And let me tell you something, if you think that inflation is here to stay, which I certainly think that if the powers that be have it their way, the only way to move forward on this global debt crisis is to keep inflating it away, then that means the prices of all assets and all goods and services are just going to continue to get more and more expensive. If you look at it on the deep macro level, I think that's the only way out of the scenario that the world finds itself in. So that includes the price of a home. The price of a home, the price of food, the price of energy, it's just going to keep going up and up and up. So again, the bottom line is, home buyers out there, if you're waiting for some big 50% crash in the market, I think that the only way that that happens is that we have much, much more pain to go through. And a lot of you out there, if we go through something like that, you won't even be able to afford a home that's 50% off, because you'll have job issues, you'll have other issues with retirement savings and all of that kind of stuff. So I really don't think that we're looking for the type of economy that's going to produce real estate half off. Of course, if it happens, you can tell me that I'm wrong, and maybe we can all pool our money together, swoop in and buy some really cheap discounted houses. So until then, if you've been wanting to buy a home, what you should do is just get in touch with your expert and see what they think about the market, especially someone that you trust. And just remember that buying a home isn't always just a financial decision. There's a lot more factors that go into whether you should be buying a home or whether you should just be renting right now. So talk to a real estate expert that you trust, that knows your situation and that can help you kind of weigh the pros and cons. So if you have any questions, especially about the DFW market, give us a call at our office. It's 469-998-3322, or you can visit us on our website at mydallashomefinder.com. It's heating up out there. The market's not crashing, at least not yet. So happy buying, happy selling. Let us know what we can do to help you out, and we'll see you soon.